Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. A little bit, switch up a little bit, a different setting, but don't mind that. Anyway, the women's 100 meters boy trackies. The theme for this, Velocity Fest was personal best. That was literally the theme because I'm not gonna lie, not only did the men come out and kill it in the 200 meters, but the women were doing their thing in the 100 meters. And I was completely excited from the heats. Let's start there with an epic throwdown with Shasha Lee Forbes and Tia Clayton. Wow, 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 wow. Track is from in the heat. Shasha Lee Forbes gets a good start and leaves Tia Clayton in the blocks. No, surprisingly, because Tia, typically gets, good starts, but this time around, her start was not good. But Tia muscled through, cruising actually, even though I'm saying muscled, but she looked very, very easy, trackies, and slipped past Shashali in the final moments of the race to clock a new personal best, 11.13 seconds. Wow! We have been waiting for Tia to arrive, and she has arrived. She has arrived. That's not even a word, but she reached. We have been waiting, trackies. I am so excited to see that performance, or I was so excited to see that performance, and I was dying to see what would happen in the finals. No, behind her, very close, was also Sasha Lee Forbes with an 11.16. Now, Sasha Lee was also easy. So it was very interesting to see how the finals would shake up because I'm not gonna lie, athletes tend to cruise in the heat, and it looked like Sasha Lee wasn't really trying to prevent Tia from passing her. So with that said, the finals was where we were going to meet up and see who would walk away as the big woman in this race. Yeah, no, track is, yeah, we were highly, highly, highly anticipating it. But the day was also marred by quite a bit of false starts. And these false starts, I'm not going to lie, seem to be happening more often or more frequently in the 100 meters more than anything else, right? So I don't know if there's something happening when they get to the 100 meter start line, or maybe it's the pressure, I'm not sure. But there were quite a few false starts, especially when it came to the men's section. Lord of His mercy, the heats them take 10 years for done. But anyway, the reason why I brought up the false start is because in the finals for the women's 100 meters, they were also marred with a few false starts as well. So that kind of dampened the mood somewhat. But yes, we were still highly anticipating that clash between Sasha Lee Forbes and Tia Clayton. Unfortunately, trackies, I don't even know what happened, right? But Sasha Lee Forbes gets left in the blocks, like literally just sitting there. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that, that little anticipation for that rivalry in the final did not materialize. I don't know if she thought it was going to be another false start why she didn't bother get up, because I also was looking at the other girls in the race, Tia as well. She didn't look like she got a smooth smart start as well. It looked like they were expecting the race to be called back, and then they realized, oh, it wasn't going to be called back, and then they just continued running, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much happened in the women's 100 meters. But surprisingly, even though all of that was happening around Tia, right, she still managed to run another personal best of 11.12 seconds. Now I knew it, not that I knew, I know it would have been something much faster had, the finals not been marred with all of those, mishaps. One, being brought back multiple times because of false starts, and then on the third attempt, thinking it was going to be a false start, and then it wasn't, and then had, you having to keep going. So it wasn't the best race. Technically, from an execution standpoint, what happened in the heat was much better than what happened in the finals. But guess what, trackies? That's how life goes sometimes when you're on the start line. A lot of things will happen. You see this in championships as well sometimes, where you think something is going to happen, or, things just kind of go out of whack, and you just have to still execute. So kudos to Tia for, still executing through that. Unfortunate what happened to Sasha Lee. I was really looking forward to see what times they would have been able to throw down together. I knew they would have pushed each other to something even more faster than what we saw in the finals and what we even saw in the heat, because again, there were 11.13 to 11.16, in the heat. So clearly, and much more was there. They looked so much easy. So much more was there for me personally in the tank for these two athletes. Unfortunately, we didn't see what Sasha Lee had to offer. And also Tia, I didn't believe she got the best race in terms of, doing justice to what she could have possibly done. So even though it's still a personal best, I just wanted you guys to know that, look here, that personal best came under, some really weird, situation or scenarios happening there. But yeah, But enough of that still. When it came to, Tia though, and that actual performance and running another PB, Tia has also, arrived, right? Tia is also ready. I am so happy that 11.23 is finally gone. I've been dying for it to go. I was waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it to go. And finally, 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 Tia has crossed that out. Tia said, look here, chuk, 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 chuk. No more of that. Many if you join the conversations of all of these, Alanas, what's going on with the Briannas and everybody else that is running fast, as some of these junior athletes that we have. I need to join that conversation. Not only just people adding me on just because I'm one of the twins as well and saying, oh, she can potentially get there. I need to be there on paper. I need to prove to y'all that I can do this. And she came out and she actually did her thing. So yeah, kudos to Tia Clayton on a fantastic run. Also, kudos to Sasha Lee Fowles because that 11.16 was pretty good. You know what I mean? And I was expecting something even better from her. And her starts have been starting. Where I think Sasha Lee kind of loses me sometimes is in that middle phase of her race where it doesn't feel like she picks up as quickly as she should. That's where she loses me. Unfortunately, I didn't get, another look or a second look to see, her in the finals to see how she would have executed that 100 meters full out. Forget a heat where I'm cruising. Let me see you full out. But guess what, Trackies? This is just the first one. It's just the opening of the season. Lots more to expect from these athletes. Lots more to see from Sasha Lee. Lots more to see from a Tia Clayton perspective. Also, Trackies, just want to point out as well in the women's 200 meters before I go, Tia Clayton, not Tia, sorry, Tina. Tina came up in the women's 200 meters. Now, that women's 200 meters was won by Sade Williams. I hope I said her name right this time around because, Lord of mercy, y'all have been beating me bad, beating me really, really bad when it comes to pronouncing her name. But I think I remember going on Instagram and seeing her put Sade. So I was like, oh, it's actually Sade. Interesting. But anyway, so she took the women's 200 meter final, the A final there, and not another personal best in terms of record, because the last time she set a Barbadian record, that was last week, right? But this week, not a record, but still a fast time, 22.70 seconds. Renisha McGregor looked really good and she ran at 23.55 seconds. Tina was third, running 23.73 seconds, and Genevieve Russell was fourth with a 23.89 seconds. Now this is interesting because when I think about the fact that last week they ran and Tina ran faster than Tia, and then this week Tia comes out and is running a 11.12 personal best, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of confused as it relates to how to really rate this 200 meter performance, because on the back of it I'm like, okay, this 200 meters is not really that impressive, but on the other hand I'm like, well, if Tia was able to do that and Tia was behind you last week, what are you able to do? That's pretty much what I'm thinking. So I'm interested to see what Tina is going to look like over the 100 meters when she finally takes to the track. But again, in these early races, it seems as though I guess they're trying to separate them and let them do their own thing. And I'm not really sure what the coaching instruction is here, but it's good to see them doing different things, one in the one in the two, and see how they progress from here in the season. So that is what happened with Tina Clayton in the 200 meters. But I'm interested to know your thoughts now in the comment section below. What did you think about Tia's both two runs? She ran in the personal best in the heat and a personal best in the final. What did you think about what happened with Sasha Lee? And also Tina Clayton, what do you think about her 200-meter run? How do you compare that with a Tia? Oh my God, what piece of confusion. With a Tia that comes this week and runs a personal best in the 100 meters. Do you think Tina herself is closer to 11 seconds as well? Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.